wanna get freaky. I said cool, that's fine. She wanna get way too comfortable. There's no way you can come round mine. Plus, she wanna link so early. I'm only beating things after 9. But if she does that thing with finesse, calm, boo, you can be my wife.
Hey guys, it's Kella and welcome back to Under the Covers with Kella on BDTV. As you can see, I have changed my scenery. I've gone from being inside to outside. And as far as going outside goes, I mean, I'm only in the garden, but better than nowhere, right? Nothing really new to kind of report. Mental health wise, I mean, I'm doing okay. I mean, it's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. Still think it's kind of important to talk about mental health, even though that I will be talking about sex and relationships, but I feel like mental health chat is still always needed. So far I'm doing all right. Not as bad as I thought I would be. It's starting to take its toll a little bit. I think because I'm so used to like going outside and doing things, I mainly go to the same 2 places on my days off, which is like town and then the gym maybe, but yeah, it's starting to take its toll a little bit, but it could be worse. Yeah, I mean, I'm still here. As far as outside noises go though, it might be a little bit noisy. Obviously the weather's really nice, so people are out doing whatever they want to do. In terms of company, I'm kind of struggling in the sense of I can't really like see friends or are they done? Okay, they're done. Yeah, in terms of company, I'm kind of struggling like not being able to see friends or going out and doing like new things, and I think just being able to do the things that I would normally do. Yeah, I think it's seriously. At least something's getting banged, fucking hell. Yeah, hopefully lockdown will be ending soon. I know that there's a... Yeah, hopefully lockdown will be ending soon so we can still go out and do things. I don't know why I thought this would be a good idea. Are they done? Are they done? But yeah, hopefully we can go out soon and just get back to normal. I'm kind of missing work, which I never thought I'd say that I would end up missing work for anything. I think I miss the fact that I complain about going to work. I think that's what I kind of miss. But yeah, no, new job after this, so should be all good. So last week I spoke to you about online dating and my online dating experiences. As we all know, they kind of just went to shit. This week I kind of want to talk about friends with benefits. Now, as we all know, I haven't had like many successful relationships, but I have had a lot of sex. Oh, man. I think it's kind of important to note that you don't have to be in a relationship to have sex, and that's perfectly fine. I seem to come back to, I mean, at uni, like everyone seemed to kind of just accept it, that's life. And then I kind of came back to where I'm from now, and it's kind of like, oh my god, this girl slept with so many other people, oh my god, like, she's a slag, and it's like, she's not doing harm to anyone, so I don't really understand what the problem is. So as long as we kind of clear that up, you can have as much sex as you like, you can have as little sex as you like. You can also whack the same thing over and over again and piss off your entire fucking postcode. But as long as it doesn't harm anyone. Oh god, the kids are outside, for fuck's sake. I think I kind of just want to live in like an adult only area, because then maybe I'll be able to get this shit done like a lot quicker. Anyway, Fucking hell. No, I can't. Yeah, so I've had to come inside because the noise outside is too much. I mean, it's still too much. I can still hear it. It's the same neighbours. It's the same fucking neighbours that make the same fucking amount of noise, and I can't. It just puts you off kids a bit. It puts you off being a parent. Hearing people just constantly shout. I mean, I'm not trying to say people outside are not allowed to enjoy their outside when I'm trying to film, but nobody's allowed to enjoy outside when I'm trying to film. That's it. Last week I spoke about my online dating experiences, like Tinder when I had it, when I wasn't banned. I'm still banned. I still need to go out and buy SIM cards to put into my old phone so I can make a new account. But this week I rather wanted to talk about friends with benefits. So when I was at uni, it was quite easy for me to get sex, I'm gonna be honest. I think it was quite easy for any of us at that specific moment in time. Everyone just wanted to shag everyone. Nothing wrong with that. I did find, once I did have like a couple friends with benefits, I'm a very emotional person, so I often found that more often than not I was getting like attached. So that's kind of what I wanted to speak about today. One example is recently I got proposed by a friend if we wanted to start, you know, being friends with benefits, but bearing in mind we kind of was seeing each other before and it didn't work out, and now they would rather just do that. And I was kind of just thinking, is that like a good idea if you've already been seeing somebody before and to then continue doing that? Only because I think it could be quite confusing for the other person, especially I think if there's like feelings involved. I think if you quickly establish like it's literally just sex and that's it, and there weren't any like mutual feelings beforehand, then fine. But I think if you had feelings before and you still want to continue to just sleep with that person and expect there to be no feelings, I think it's going to be very, very difficult. I don't really have like many. Fucking hell, if it's not outside, it's fucking inside that keeps making all the noise. Should have just stayed in my fucking room. This is why I don't leave my room. So because I don't really have like many friends or anybody to kind of speak about friends with benefits with, I kind of was just thinking to myself, what are the pros and cons to this would be should I was to go ahead and have another friend with benefits, especially if you've already had feelings for them in the past. I think that's when things can get quite techie. So I found this website called the Thought Catalogue, and it came up with the pros and the cons, or some pros and cons, depending on how you feel about them on a friends with benefits relationship. The first pro that they came up with was you don't have to worry about the restraints a traditional relationship puts on you. So they kind of mean it in the sense of you don't really have to worry about birthday presents, Christmas presents, Valentine's Day. If you take a couple of hours to answer a text, that's perfectly fine, because you've got no loyalties to be answering that text. I think that's probably something that I struggle with more. No, I think it kind of like depends on the person. I think if I have feelings for that person and they kind of just go, do you know what, it's just a friends with benefits thing, and I'm like, oh okay, even though secretly I want it to be a little bit more than that, it doesn't really pan out. So then I kind of get worried, like, oh, have I pissed them off? Like, have I done something? Like, I start to worry. So yeah, that's one thing to kind of think about. But then mind you, if I didn't really care and I was only doing it for the one thing, cool. I don't really have to text you to say happy birthday, even though it'd be quite nice to hear from somebody like on your birthday. I don't have to buy you anything. I don't have to ask you how your day's going. All I've got to do is just send you a text of an evening or during the day, like, come over. Done. Another con that they came up with, that even though it's great that you don't have to think about the traditional way of having a relationship, you may deal with unwanted jealousy in a relationship. The only problem with this whole friends with benefits thing is that even though you might like that person and they don't necessarily feel the same way, but you're still sleeping with them, they can go off and do other things with other people because you've already got that agreement of it's not going anywhere other than this. I think that's probably one thing, again, that I would struggle with because I'm quite a territorial person. Like, I'm kind of like, this is my person. Like, you can't touch my person. Like, this is my person. Like, leave that person alone. Like, if I could scent mark a person after I've literally just said, this one's mine, don't touch it, I'm pretty sure I would. So to then see them like have like a full-on relationship with somebody else, yeah, it would definitely sting a little bit. Because it would kind of make you think, well, what did I do that was so wrong that I couldn't have that? Another pro that they came up with was that it might boost your confidence because you've got somebody that wants to sleep with you. It might make you feel sexy, it might make you feel good, it might make you feel confident because you might have not had that from somebody before. A con of this might be it might destroy your confidence. So the thought catalogue says, knowing this person isn't interested in a serious relationship with you might screw with your head. It might make you wonder whether this is something wrong with you, and it might upset you that they consider you good enough to sleep with but not good enough to date. This I can 100% vouch for. Like, it's all well and good when you have somebody that likes the way that you look, but if they don't like appreciate your mindset or appreciate you as a person, it does make you feel some type of way. And somebody that kind of struggles with that, in a sense of like with my anxiety and my depression, my self-confidence just genuinely isn't there. Like, I'm really good at putting on a face. So when I have somebody that likes me and I like them back, and then they like me enough to do whatever they want with me, but then they don't treat me well, it's kind of like, okay, well, what did I do that was so wrong? So yeah, no, I'm glad that they kind of said that, in a sense, because then at least then I can kind of see, oh, maybe they thought it wasn't just that much of a major thing anyway. The pro that they came up with is that it might lead to a relationship. Basically they said you two might decide, you know what, we know each other enough, let's try and like progress to the next level. That your feelings might run deeper than just a physical attraction. It might be like a mental and emotional attraction too. Personally, I prefer that first, if anything, only because it makes me valued as a person. So especially if you're in a friends with benefits thing with somebody and you do fancy them, fingers crossed it works out for you. However, a con that they did come up with is that it might lead to heartbreak because you might be the only one that feels that type of way. And because you've already established that it's not really going to be going anywhere, do you have the right to be upset about it? It's quite techie, I think, in that sense. Because both of you have already said, you know what, it's just going to be a mutual thing. So it does make you wonder, I think. So overall, I kind of think that if you're adult enough to be friends with benefits and you both establish that it's not going to go anywhere, this is how we feel about each other, no bragging, no PDA, no leading on, then fine, then maybe it'll work. But then maybe later on down the line you might think, oh, do you know what, let's go out and do something for the day, and it might slowly start to progress to a little bit more, and that's great, especially if it's something that you want to happen. However, you've also kind of got to be prepared that they might not feel the same way, and I seem to be attracted to arseholes that have no feelings, so the chances of them feeling any type of way towards me is slim to fucking none anyway. I think it's just something that you kind of need to be careful with, and I think if you're kind of tough as a person, you might be able to get over it quicker. But that doesn't mean that you can't be upset about it. Like, you know, everybody has feelings, but at the same time, I think it's just something that you need to kind of expect. So yeah, much to think about this quarantine. So that's all I have time for today. Make sure you hit like, click subscribe, leave a comment in the section below. And I hope to be out of quarantine soon. Maybe in like the next couple of videos will be out, and I mean, I don't even know why I'm saying this because I'll still be stuck in my rooms taking the same video. But yeah, I hope to see you soon.
Say it for bands.
I mean, can't step to the team yardy. When I say me, I can't roll me, can't name multiple girl wine for me. Don't gonna hear me, I just. I mean, can't step to the team yardy. When I say me, I can't roll me, can't name multiple girl wine for me. Don't gonna hear me, I can't.